The full story of William and Ellen Craft. Part 1. In the shadow of slavery, their love sparked a plan that would change everything. Ellen was born in Georgia in 1826, the daughter of an enslaved woman and her white master. Her light skin often made people mistake her for white, yet she was still enslaved. William, born in 1824, wasn't so fortunate. His family was torn apart and sold, leaving him scarred by slavery's cruelty. They met in Macon, Georgia, and married in secret, knowing their bond could be broken at any moment. Any children they had would be enslaved too, so they began to dream of something dangerous: freedom. Ellen's appearance gave them a daring idea. She would disguise herself as a wealthy white man, traveling with his enslaved servant, William. To make it possible, William saved what little he earned as a skilled carpenter, while Ellen quietly set aside coins of her own. Month after month they prepared in silence, hiding money, rehearsing details, and waiting for the right moment. Their plan was almost unthinkable, but it became one of the most remarkable escapes in American history. Part 2. Disguised as a white master and his slave, they made the most daring escape in history. This couple didn't just escape slavery, they outsmarted an entire system built to keep them captive. William and Ellen Craft were married, but enslaved. Ellen was light-skinned enough to pass as white, so they came up with a plan so bold it sounded impossible. She disguised herself as a sick, wealthy white man, arm in a sling, face wrapped in bandages. William played the role of her attentive slave. In December 1848, they boarded trains, stayed in hotels, and traveled openly through the South, riding straight past danger. Every mile was a risk. One wrong word, one curious glance, and they'd be torn apart. But they stayed in character and kept moving. After 4 tense days, they reached Philadelphia, free. But their story didn't end there. They became outspoken abolitionists, fighting to end the system that once tried to own them. William and Ellen Craft didn't just run, they performed their freedom and won. Part 3. Freedom was only the beginning. This is what became of William and Ellen Craft. They made it. After 4 terrifying days, William and Ellen Craft arrived in Philadelphia, free at last. But freedom didn't mean safety. The Fugitive Slave Act, a law that allowed slaveholders to recapture escaped slaves even in free states. Their former enslavers sent bounty hunters to Philadelphia to bring them back. Slave catchers came hunting. Their faces were on wanted posters. Facing real danger, in 1850, the Crafts fled to England for safety and true freedom. There they weren't just survivors, they became speakers, authors, and abolitionists, telling their story to thousands. They wrote a book, exposed the cruelty they escaped, and used their voices to fight the system that once claimed their lives. They spent nearly 20 years in Britain, raising their 5 children in freedom. Then, after the Civil War, they returned to Georgia, not in chains, but as educators. They opened a school for newly freed black children. William and Ellen Craft didn't just escape, they built a life, and helped others rise with them.